Hey, it's RICKAFIX. Welcome back. Today, what I'm going to be doing is my alarm doesn't work on my truck. So I tried, resetting my keypad, but it didn't work. And I noticed my passenger door stopped unlocking and locking. So I think it's my lock actuator. I replaced the driver's side lock actuator probably about 5 years ago. So I'm going to change this out. It was about 35 bucks over at Pep Boys. So I'm not too sure if I can get the camera in there because I remember it was a tight fit, but I'm going to give it a shot anyways. So let me get the camera situated and let's get the door panel off here. A lot of the stuff is just held on by clips. You sneak your fingers behind here and you pop this off and it's just on there by two clips. This part by the door, you sneak a little screwdriver in there. Try not to scratch anything. It's cold, so this plastic might break. And then you lift the door open and you pop that out. The door lock, same thing. You just sneak a screwdriver in there, pry it open a little bit, work its way out, little by little. That's out. Your electronic controls here, same thing. There's two little tabs that hold it in. Just pry it up. Disconnect it, push that tab in, pull it out. There it is. Okay, then you got three nuts. You got a, what is this, a 7. That's right in here. And then, once we pop this panel off, you got to disconnect that little light down there as well. And then disconnect the high and low up here, and then you got a 7 millimeter underneath the door handle. Once you got those two screws on there, all you gotta do is just lift it up, and it pops right out. You got a little electrical connection for your heater here. Out. You got your speakers, and then the light. All you gotta do is I think you just take the bulb out, as I remember. Yeah, the bulb just comes right out. All right, there you go. Your panel's off. Okay, so that's the door actuator inside the door. So I'm going to have to disconnect that electrical and then disconnect the rods. I think there's 3 rods that are connected to that, and then screw out the whole lock assembly. 2 electrical connections. Your first one is right here where you get through that hole, and then your second one is right there. You got to stick a long screwdriver down there to click the pull open that tab. So you can pull that out. So pull that down, pull it out, and then this one's a little bit harder because although I got a light in there, I still can't see shit. Alright, both of your electrical connections are off. Holy shit, now you got a third one. You got a third one hiding right in here too. You can feel that. You just open up the tab and then you pull that out. Let's just pull these out and see what these look like. And those are your 3 electrical. This is one of the rods we're going to have to disconnect here. What you do is you push in this little tab, and then this just pulls right off, and it disconnects. And then all you got to do is pop. Now you got to take the rods off at the door. This blue one, you just take a screwdriver, pry it so it comes to you, and it comes right out. And take this, and it pops right up. And that's out. And then this one for the door lock switch, it just pops out of these little plastic things here. So that one's loose. Okay, now the last one we have to do is that green one right there. And then once we do that, we'll disconnect the lock, and then we will pull the whole thing right out of there. And you get to the green one through here, you just can't see it with the light and stuff. All right, now that we have all of our rods off, all we got to do is take out our 3, what is this, T30 bolts, and the lock should come right out. And there it is. How dirty that thing is. Jesus. Everything's dirty on my truck. It slides out like that, and that's what we have here. So now we got to take apart the actuator, which is on here somewhere. I remember last time I had to glue something onto the actuator because it wasn't included. All right, well, let's bring this over to the table, and then we'll figure it out. Assembly off of the car, and as you can see, it's got this extra piece right there that's not included. I remember I had to do this last time. I just cut that out and glued it to this, and it worked fine. So let's take these little screws are T10s. All right, that's just pries right out. Just pry that arm off, and then you can push this thing in there. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't really remember how it works. But I remember I got to save this because I got to attach it to the new one. So you don't want to break these things. Jesus Christ, get out of there. There we go. All right, it's off. So far, that's the hardest thing, is getting it off. All right, so now what I got to do is I got to take a razor blade and cut along here slowly and break the glue on there and pry that thing off because we've got to reuse that. Take your time with this. It's probably 7 o'clock at night right now. There's no way in hell I can get this piece by tomorrow, that's for sure. All right, there you go. That's the piece you need. So I'm going to clean this up, and then we're going to crazy glue this. Okay, now that we have this thing off, we need to glue this to the new actuator. So take that little slide thing off so you don't glue that. And they just had glued the top here and not the bottom. Just grab some crazy glue. It's pretty cold here in my garage. I can see my breath. So I might throw a heat gun on this to speed this process up. There you go. All right, let's hook this back up again. Goes here to here. We slide that down, slip that little pain in the ass thing in here. Screws back in. And we gotta push this rod in here. It was easy, everybody would do it. Of course, I can't find my T10 or wherever it was socket that I took off. I looked for about 5 minutes and gave up. You just want to get this so it's in there, so it's holding in place. And then take your upper one, snap it into your brackets here. And then this is your door handle. You want to slip it through that hole, which I am going to make plastic. It just makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, you got to take it off from here, and it's a pain in the ass. Sneak it in that hole right here. Push it in. Push your blue tab in. You're going to want to tighten your lock up now. Well, I wish I knew where that little hex socket was. As you can see, I got the gray one hooked up, and then I also have the green rod connector hooked up there. So now all we have to do is hook in our 3 electrical plugs, and okay, here are the 2 electrical connections on top. I have them hooked back up, and then we got the blue one right there. We're all hooked up. So let's put the corner panel back together again. And one thing I forgot to mention, I didn't do this on the other side, and my door only unlock and lock knob only goes by a little bit much. But this white lithium or whatever this grease is hard as crap. So clean these off and clean it off here as well and re-grease them. So I'm spraying a little B12 on a toothbrush. And you want to clean these so they're clean. Just grab some wheel bearing grease. All right, the inside of the door has these little hooks, and that's what you're pulling up on, and that's what holds the door into place. So when you grab this, you want to put your slip your light back in there. Seat heaters. Hook up your speakers. All right, there we go. Look like Flynn. All right, don't forget your screws like I did. Just take this off, put your, what are they, 7mm screw in your door panel here, 7mm up here by the handle. Got that back in there. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass. But here we go. All right, well, there you go. That's how you put the door actuator in. You know, if I had more time, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night, and it's freezing in this garage. I would have cleaned out that whole lock assembly and stuff. You know, when I have time, I'm going to start working again, so I'm going to get busy. I'm going to take that apart and clean everything. When you put these door actuators in, the locks, every time I've done it, they don't go all the way. The little slot where you lock it on the door doesn't go all the way open and close. I don't know why. You probably need a lube it up, or it is what it is. You know, it's a 13-year-old truck. But I just want to thank everybody for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and like them, and I will see you on the next round.